What worked on Amazon just 12 months ago may wreck your sales today. Because recently, Amazon started rewarding something new without telling anyone. And it's flipping Amazon upside down. So I'm sharing 5 strategies straight from the front lines of what's working to actually drive sales right now, like this and this and this. Because sadly, shopper behavior has shifted and Amazon is changing pace to keep up. But only the sellers who adapt are winning. So if you're serious about getting more sales, driving higher conversions, and creating more profits, then it's time to use the new strategies that are built for today's Amazon. But let's talk about what's actually working on Amazon right now. Because there's one strategy that big sellers are using to dominate the platform. And maybe you've seen it in action and wondered how they're actually pulling it off. Well, here's the secret. Right now, there are actually 2 algorithms at play on Amazon. But most sellers don't realize it, and that's a problem. So here's the good news. There are specific ways to beat both algorithms. The first algorithm is for Amazon search, and you see this in action every time you start to search on Amazon. Amazon instantly floods the page with suggestions, pulling in results based on different search signals. But sadly, focusing on the search algorithm is the most expensive way to get seen. And that's why we need to focus on the second algorithm. That's where things get really interesting. See these? What used to be rows and rows of free, organic results are now being replaced by costly sponsored ad spots. And all these players are desperately paying for these positions. So when sellers focus on search, it's okay, but it's also leaving a lot of money on the table because that second algorithm, the one most sellers miss, is becoming more important than ever. In fact, tapping into the second algorithm is what helped Freeze and Clear sales soar by over $60,000 in just 1 month. And their ads got better as well, to where they enjoyed a massive 15x return on ad spend, which is a beautiful thing. So let me show you how to work this second algorithm to your advantage. By the way, if you want to actually apply what I'm showing you here and not just lurk or listen to it, I made something for you. And it walks you through each of these step by step. It even includes tools, checklists, and many case studies so you can see what it looks like on real 7-figure listings. Just grab it free using the link in the description or the pinned comment. No email required. And you can actually follow along right on your own product page like this. See where Amazon is placing all of these products on your product page? That is that second algorithm at work. It's called your on-page algorithm. The on-page algorithm positions these products here based on one of 2 factors. The first is relevance, meaning that these products are the winners in the same category as the on-page products, so they earn placement on this page. But then there's these. See these? These are paying for placement on this page. However, just bidding high does not guarantee placement here. Nope, that on-page algorithm actually gatekeeps these important positions. And that's where their first strategy comes in. Because every time Amazon releases a new feature, it's like adding a rocket engine to your Porsche, because Amazon is desperately trying to get other sellers to adopt that feature quickly. And right now, Amazon is rolling out a new feature, I would say, every 1 to 2 months. It's pretty frequent. So this strategy is called the new feature fast track. And basically, you want to be an early adopter to any new Amazon feature. We saw this back with Amazon Posts when they were first released, and Post boosted free traffic by 10x. And right now, there's a new feature fast track that's working really well. It's video ads, but not the way you think. You see, the old way of doing video ads was to do these. These are old school headline ads. They've been around for years, but that's not what I'm talking about. See right here, Amazon is rolling out videos on other people's listings, like this. These are competitors' videos on this listing. But look, when I scroll to the right, just 1 swipe deep, see that? There's room for another video. And that's because most Amazon sellers haven't figured this out yet, so it's not that well known. But it's a great way to get onto listings like this one that sells 20,000 units a month. Imagine grabbing just a handful of that buy-ready traffic. That's a ton of untapped shoppers. It's like stumbling on a hidden carnival where all the rides cost a nickel. And here's how you do this. Just grab the ASIN for this 20,000 units a month listing, then slap it into a manually targeted campaign, select a video campaign, and boom, you are on this listing with your video. And so, while everyone else is paying through the nose for keywords out there on Amazon search, you don't even care. You've got bigger plans, kind of like Regina George plotting world domination with her burned book. And as you get sales from this page, the on-page algorithm takes notice and positions you front and center. Okay, so this next one isn't new. Well, sort of. It's actually more like a marketing maxim with an Amazon twist. Because if you ask most people why they think that some products go viral on Amazon while others get completely ignored, you're likely to hear something along the lines of, it's just dumb luck. The fact is, it's not luck. In fact, 99% of the time, it boils down to what I'm about to show you. But before we get into it, it would mean a ton if you would smash that like button and subscribe to this channel so that we can impact more people who are just starting out or who are struggling with Amazon. And if you found this video helpful, hit that bell so that you can get your hand on the most tasty Amazon strategies while they're still piping hot, like this next one. Because after working with some of the biggest Amazon sellers on the platform, I've noticed a common reason that smaller sellers fail. And it almost always comes down to one thing, and that's the core theory of virality. You see, your product might actually be better than all of your competitors, but if you fail to trigger your shoppers, they simply won't stick around. Nope. They're gonna slip away. On the other hand, the deeper the emotions you evoke, the more likely your product is to sell and to even go viral on Amazon. Now I get it, tapping into emotions might sound complicated, but the good news is that these emotions can be boiled down to just a handful, like these core emotions. But that said, I've actually found that sticking to the core emotions like those just isn't quite enough to go viral in competitive spaces. Because while the emotion of anger is okay, what is more powerful is the feeling of being humiliated or frustrated. Those two emotions really drive sales, like how we used them in this copy. Humiliated by stains from hairballs, pee or poo when guests stop by, pet parents say, our waterproof design locks out messes, keeping couches spotless and pee-free. Likewise, fear is an okay emotion, but when it comes to virality, being rejected is far more potent. But what is even more powerful is being excluded. Okay, how about this one? Sad is okay, but hurt is more intense. But what is really powerful as a sales motivator is embarrassment. Like we did with this copy, women who are embarrassed by their creviced, cracked, and dead-looking heels say Herbal Healing Cream has taken their heels from horrible to healthy. And that single, powerful emotion of embarrassment catapulted this skincare product to page one, dominating its category and adding a fresh $40,000 in new sales. Now, a fantastic resource to explore emotions is feelingswheel.com. Start with those core emotions at the center and then work outward to discover layers of deeper and more specific feelings. Because crafting Amazon marketing that triggers deep emotions and pulls shoppers seamlessly through your buying process is the secret to going viral. And not just with the Amazon search algorithm, but right here, remember this area? The on-page algorithm is like an invisible hand placing listings right here where they engage shoppers right now. No battling for keywords, no fighting for search placements. Being placed here is where you go viral on Amazon without even ranking. But once you've identified these core emotions, is that all you need? Not even close. Because here's the brutal truth. You could land the perfect placement right here, and you could even get the click. But when the shopper lands on your listing, if you don't grab that shopper's attention in the first 5 seconds, well, Amazon is watching. And if those shoppers bounce, the algorithm takes note and says, nope. And now your coveted spot on that other listing, it's gone. And look at all this right here on your own listing. There's just too much opportunity for them to click away to something else. And even if they don't click on any of these other products, that search bar is sitting right there, like an escape hatch, just waiting for them to start their search all over again. So how do we hook these shoppers? Well, your hook needs to fall into one of 3 categories. The first option is the Hassle Buster hook. It shows shoppers how your product will solve their biggest pain points. no more puppy yelps. That's a hassle buster hook that works with modern dog clippers that eliminate nicking or burning of your pup's sensitive skin. Or how about this? No more cleaning red wine off of expensive carpets. That's a hook for a wine gift bag that won't bulge or split open under heavy loads. But what if a hassle buster hook doesn't fit your product? No problem. We have two more. How about the Happily Ever After hook? This paints a picture of your shopper's ideal outcome. Your pup won't crash because of bad readouts, which is really important for pet parents who have pups with diabetes. Or this one, enjoy flawless, tag-free skin fast. That's a hook that helped to drive a skin tag brand from $60,000 a month to upward of $250,000 monthly. And it happened in months, not years. The goal is to show your shoppers how your product will give them the happily ever after that they've been searching for. But I've got one more for you. How about the heartstrings hook? Heartstrings hooks stir up a sense of empathy, like ease big emotions with gentle, weighted hugs. This is perfect for parents of children with sensory needs. Or enjoy peace of mind that your precious loved one's ashes will stay safely cradled inside. That's a great heartstrings hook for an urn with a threaded lid. It's all about weaving these hooks into your listing, from the bullet points to the images. Every part of your Amazon marketing should be designed to captivate, connect, and convert. And once you master this, you'll have shoppers not just stopping by, but staying long enough to hit that add to cart button. Don't worry, I've got you. I created a free training that walks you through all of your Amazon marketing from launch to scale and shows you what techniques to use for your brand or your company and when to use them. I do this because I'm on a mission to help 1,000 people get to $100,000 in Amazon sales by giving away everything you need for free. I'll just link to the video for that at the end of this video. But this next move is a big one, because believe it or not, Amazon is already telling you what you need to succeed, and most sellers just aren't looking. But if you're brand registered, there's a gold mine hidden inside of your brand analytics. It's called your search query performance. And right here you can see the click rate column for all of the search terms that are driving traffic to your product. Now, why does this matter? Because Amazon watches your click-through rate, your CTR, and more clicks equal more sales equal higher rankings and even more free traffic. But no clicks equal no sales, and no sales equal no ranking. So how do you make your product impossible to ignore? Let's start with the most powerful click-getting weapon in your Amazon arsenal. Your main image is your billboard on that high-speed freeway that is Amazon. It's pretty much the only thing standing between you and your shopper clicking on your competitors. Now, most gurus say that you stop the scroll with high-contrast, eye-catching visuals. But right now, that's just not enough. What's working right now is creating a curiosity loop, something as simple as a prop or unique angle or something unexpected, because curiosity gets the click. For example, with these Paw Patrol shirts, we could have just placed the 3 shirts on the main image, but instead, you add in that beloved Paw Patrol character, Chase, and now you bring that listing to life, selling the promise of a Paw Patrol experience. And it just makes it stand out from all the other listings that just have the t-shirts on the main image. Or with this one, shoppers may be looking for an infused drink, but they don't want it to taste nasty. So showing vibrant fruit builds on the promise of a great tasting drink. And if no one else is doing this, you instantly build enough curiosity to grab that click. Now, here's what most sellers don't realize. Amazon is allowing you to silently A/B test your main images. Crazy, right? I mean, what used to require expensive apps now can be done right inside your brand experiments. So now, if shoppers hesitate, scroll past, or hover but don't click, the test buries that bad main image. But when they do click, Amazon lets the winner live. Plus, they reward you with more visibility for free. But winning the click is only just the first step. Because as we learned, once a shopper lands on your listing, you have just seconds to convince them that they're in the right place. But Amazon gives you a powerful yet massively underused tool to figure it all out. Look right here. Amazon pretty much allows sellers complete freedom in bullet point headlines, yet most absolutely waste this space with boring, feature-stuffed fluff. It's a big mistake. Your bullet headlines are the first piece of copywriting your shoppers will actually read. And they need to do one thing: stop them from bouncing. The secret? Call out a problem or promise a solution right away. So a bad example would be waterproof dog sofa protector. It's just generic and uninspiring. A good example, no messy accidents. Stops pee, hair, and stains. A bad example, ergonomic office chair with lumbar support. That's just another office chair. A good example, no more back pain. Adjustable lumbar chair supports you all day long. A bad example, non-slip bath mat for seniors. Uninspired. A good example, slip-proof safety. No more fear of falls in the shower. One more thing I hear a lot of people say is that Amazon is too saturated, but it's a myth. Yes, Amazon has exploded in size, but here's the real story. Popularity of Amazon arbitrage and private label courses caused thousands of sellers to just toss up generic listings, hoping for some easy money. Most of them never optimized, never built a real brand, and unsurprisingly, never made sales. Now, many of those sellers have moved on, leaving behind a graveyard of dead listings that clutter search results. But on the other side of the coin, Amazon has over 200 million Prime members, and new members are joining every day. And pretty much they don't care about big brands. They just want the best solution. And today on Amazon, big brands don't get special treatment. I know because I'm on track to drive over $100 million in Amazon sales this year. And I'm doing it competing directly against big brands that are too lazy to adapt. But here's the real shift. Shoppers crave authenticity. They want to buy from brands that actually understand them. That's why I created the only Amazon guide you'll ever need. This is the exact process I use to drive sales on Amazon. So click here, jump into that training, and let me show you how easy it all can really be.